What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Road to Glory Career Mode. Again, I apologise, it's been a while since we've done one of these, but as I said to you last time, I don't get too much time to play Ultimate Team, so when I do, I kind of just record it and decided to put it out there for a video so you can see how my progression is going on Ultimate Team. So, I mean, I've not really got too much to talk about in this episode other than yesterday as I'm recording this, it was Saturday and it's now Sunday. There was FIFA Regionals, so of course everybody in FUT Champions played in the Regionals to try and get themselves qualification, I think, for Madrid, which was quite interesting to say the least. I mean, Huge Gorilla got knocked out in the group stage, Bullet made it through as well, so that's pretty good to see from him, but ultimately, #TAS played from the Xbox side, he won the Xbox side, and he played against Cian, who won the PlayStation side, and TAS ended up winning the final outright. So, I mean, if you haven't watched it, what I would say is, go back and watch it, because it's actually entertaining. Like, I've never thought, I mean, you know, esports is a thing, you know, it's sort of been around nowadays for the last sort of quite a while, and by the way, I want to say right now, guys, this footage just was so corrupting all the way through the video, and I tried my best to give you guys as much as I possibly can. I mean, you can see here, it just stopped for some reason, it missed the guy's first goal, and it caught the back end of it, and it was actually Aubameyang who scored for this guy to make it 1-0. I'll come back to draw the game 1-1, don't worry though, but, as I said, esports has been around for quite a while now, you know, sort of, it's been in the scene and stuff, and you've always had, you know, Counter-Strike, League of Legends and stuff like that, and the fact that FIFA are getting to that point where people are willing to watch other people play FIFA is so cool to see, because, I mean, you know, it's been around, like I said, for ages, and it's been one of them things that people have sort of looked at and thought, how are these people playing games for money at the end of the day, and how are they professional, you know, gamers? And it's weird because, I mean, the sort of, the stance on it is all moving forward, and it's cool to see the fact that, you know, people can play games for a living and people, like, aren't looking down on them as inferior human beings, let's call it, because obviously to play games for a living, it's seen as not that great a thing to do, which is, I guess, weird to see because, you know, many people, at the end of the day, they sort of play games or they have a job that's, I guess, less conventional than what other jobs are. So the fact that people can play games for money is so cool and stuff like that and stuff. But, I mean, the fact that as well now we're getting FIFA players that are becoming pro players. And yesterday's stream over YouTube and Twitch, I don't know if it was streamed on any of the platform, hit over around 40,000 viewers. And that's crazy because, like I said, to see a FIFA stream hitting that sort of viewer count, especially when it's pro players, is so cool to see. I mean, I had fun watching it. I thought it was quite good. I was editing videos in the time I was watching it and stuff, which is, again, something very, very cool to see. But the fact of the matter is, as well, you got to look at it in one way. Everybody expected Gorilla going into that tournament to absolutely walk it. He was one of the favourites to win it. But the fact that he was knocked out of the group stage just shows you that there is a lot of FIFA players out there who are just as good and on their day could beat anybody. You know, it's the way it is. I mean, like Tas was saying yesterday during the final when I was watching it, he was saying all these players are really good to get here, and at the end of the day, anybody can beat anybody, which is why it makes it so cool. I suppose in certain sort of sports and esports, in a way, you sort of have that one standout team that seems to just smash everybody, and that is the way it is. I mean, in League of Legends, you've got the Koreans that seem to smash everybody every year. Counter-Strike, I don't watch so much, so I can't really tell you what those sort of teams are. Maybe a few guys who watch Counter-Strike out there will know. But, I mean, it's good to see the fact that, you know, people coming into it as favourites and stuff, it wasn't the way it all panned out, and it was nice to see. So I had fun watching it. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you did watch it, let me know who you thought was going to go on to win it and stuff. I didn't really have a personal sort of favourite, or I didn't make a prediction. I just sort of was watching it just to pass the time a bit, and it was actually very entertaining. So, you know, if it ever happens again, which is going to happen again, I think it's in May 21st and 22nd. I could be wrong, though. I think is the next one that FIFA are hosting for the FUT Champions. I will definitely be watching it because it was thoroughly enjoyable to watch. And, you know, it's just one of them things, like I said, to watch it was so cool, and to have esports, in a sense, being at FIFA is, and you know, it's another thing. I mean, everybody who plays FIFA wants to be in competition with each other. That's why FUT Champions came about. You know, personally, I prefer losing to friends and stuff just because I know for a fact that, you know, I know these people, I know they're better. And the thing that frustrates me most about playing FIFA, I guess, is the fact of when you control a game so much and you have, you know, the 12, 15 shots a game, and people can say, yeah, you know, you didn't finish your chances off. But at the same time, for example, I went into a game the other day. We both had Jack Butland, and his Butland made 5 saves, and my Butland made none. And he faced 2 shots, did Jack Butland. I drew the game 2-2. I had something like 16 shots, 15 of those on target. And unfortunately, couldn't find the goal. His Butland were making saves, and he had 2 shots, 2 on target, and it ended 2-2. And those games are like the most frustrating games to play, because you know for a fact that you've dominated that game so much, and you haven't come away with the victory, that it gets so frustrating to play them. And it's one of them things in FIFA that happens, and it happens in real life as well. You know, keepers are in good form, and teams can nick 1-0 wins. But you know, to see the fact of that happening when it's us lot playing it, and then you watch that yesterday, one of the games, man, was 6-5, and there was only about, I guess, 8 shots for each team. So the fact that they can finish chances off so clinically just shows you how much I have to work on my game. Like, I was sat here saying, I'll be happy with Division 3 and stuff, you know, if I could get gold in the weekly or in the in Foot Champions, if I ever get around to playing it, that would be great as well. But the thing is, I really need to work on my finishing, because watching those guys yesterday play just made me realise how much they get chances in and around the penalty area. And if that wasn't me playing, for example, I would miss probably 6 out of the 10 chances that they might get in the penalty area and only probably score 4. They would hit 10 out of 10 pretty much, unless of a block coming in. It's just weird. Every time they got into the penalty area, you knew for a fact that that was going to end up in a goal. So it's really good to see their gameplay at that sort of level. And it just shows you as well how much we have to work on ours if we want to ever become, you know, I guess, tie-in Foot Champions, if I sort of say it that way. Because right now, like I said, I see myself in somewhat of a goal player, because there's teams or players I've played in the past, like, for example, one of my friends smashes people online. He gets gold, or he has got gold in the past quite easily on Foot Champions. I think he played 30 games and ended up with gold. And yet, every game I play against him, I smash him every game. And it really is weird to see, because then sometimes I go into these games in Division 4, and I struggle. And it's weird. It's really, really weird concept. But I suppose FIFA is one of those games where anybody can beat anybody, like I said, and it comes down to whatever the game's throwing at you on that personal note. And we came into this one here, I think then from the Division games, I went into just sort of normal online matches just to chill and play FIFA, because of course, when you play normal single online matches, you don't really care about results too much. You're more sort of thinking, I'm just chilling, playing a bit of FIFA and stuff. And I came up against a guy who had a full Juventus team, and this was really good to see, because I don't really come up against teams that has just one club, and this is a really nice goal from Depay. And this is what I'm talking about. When you get in that position, I will miss that probably 6 out of the 10 times that I ever get that chance to score. That was one of the occasions where I didn't miss it. Nice little scoop turn on the edge of the area from Depay. Fantastic little finish into the corner, makes it 1-0. So again, you know, like I said, clinical finishing. You've got to be clinical this year. If you're not, you'll be punished for it. And as soon as my opponent conceded, I had another chance here. Great little turn again from Riyad Mahrez. Takes a strike on. Unfortunately, was straight at his goalkeeper between the sticks, which I believe was Buffon. We get a corner here. We whip the corner in eventually as it does come into the area. Dele Alli wins the header, and it comes back off the bar, hits Buffon, and ends up with an own goal. But like I said, you've got to be clinical, and my opponent was clinical, because he gets one chance after this, and he buries it with Higuain in form. He actually had Higuain's in form and Dybala's in form as well, which was really, really good to see, because like I said, I don't come up against too many teams that have full squads. In previous years, because obviously, if you don't know, I'm an Arsenal fan, I have created like Arsenal fans and tried to get the best Arsenal team. I said Arsenal fans, I mean Arsenal players, of course, but the thing is, I never really have enough coins to be able to complete it. I never really get the coins to be able to have Team of the Years and stuff like that, and it's really annoying, because I come up against some people who managed to do it, and I just never really play enough to be able to get those coins. I mean, this goal here really did frustrate me. The amount of times I tried to clear the ball, it just didn't go away, and Higuain gets through. Like I said, clinical finishing. Finishes it off nicely, which is really good to see from him. I was frustrated on the other hand of that, but like I said, I was in a normal online game, so that didn't really bother me the outcome of this one. Although, we only had 2 defeats all series long so far over the 50 games, which is pretty good, but I suppose we haven't been playing at the highest level. You know, if I was playing Foot Champions every week, our defeats would be a lot closer to our wins than what it is currently, and that's just down to the fact that I don't play Foot Champions, because I don't have the time. It's as simple as that. I mean, you can see, for example, I've played about 55 games in the entirety of this series, and this series has been going for probably, what, a month now? Yeah, you know, I've played 55 games in that month. You just don't get the time to do it, so unfortunately that's the way it is. But as I said, I was trying to create like best Arsenal teams and stuff, and it's so difficult when, you know, the likes of Sanchez, for example, has an inform at 90 rated and he's going for close to £1 million. I don't actually know how much he is now in the current market, because of course EA are releasing so many packs and stuff that he's just absolutely messing up the market. For example, Chris Smalling the other day when I was looking at him, actually I picked up Dembele during this episode as well. I think I picked him up for 12k. Yeah, so Chris Smalling the other day when I was looking at him was 14,000 coins. The packs and stuff that EA released for the ones to watches that came out, he's now down at like 10k, which is crazy, because I could have afforded him in the next episode, which you're going to see eventually soon. I did record 2 episodes when I played this. It was one night of playing FIFA basically. So you see that episode probably next week sometime. I actually ended up trading and getting a lot of stuff done in that one, and just making sure that I had enough to be able to show you. As Depay there, look how close he was to scoring that goal. It would have been an incredible run as well from him. But as I said, I get a bit of trading done next episode, and I will be picking up, I think, Riyad Mahrez. I had him way back at the start of this one, and I wanted to try him out again. He was good when I had him, and I thought I'll get him again, just see what he's like again in this one, and possibly end up with a really, really nice thing to do. Actually, did we pick him up in this one? I can't quite remember. I think we picked him up in this one. But yeah, we did. We picked him up in this one. What am I talking about? We did actually pick him up in this one, which I was, yeah, I was a bit surprised about. There we go. That's what I meant to say. We picked him up in this one, but I don't remember picking him up at all. But I guess I did. So yeah, he's in the team. I used him, as I say, way back at the start of FIFA. He was good, but he wasn't anything too great. Like, he was good with Hazard. But the problem is, when you have Hazard on one wing and Mahrez on the other wing, it doesn't matter which one you have, because at the end of the day, they're both as good as each other, and the chances are they're going to finish whatever chances you give them. Especially Hazard. I mean, did you see his solo goal against Arsenal yesterday, being an Arsenal fan? That was frustrating, man. To see that goal go in, like, yeah, he absolutely mugged off the Arsenal defence, and credit to him, because that was a great goal. And Coquelin got absolutely sat by him as well. That was crazy to see. Someone who's like as short as Hazard, muscling Coquelin off the ball and just sitting him was just mental. And I was extremely frustrated being an Arsenal fan watching that game because it was just so frustrating to see. Again, bottle jobs. I've said it how many times. I mean, I was never expecting to go to Stamford Bridge and win, but the fact that they lost to Watford as well was just an absolute joke to then go to Stamford Bridge. We needed to at least get a draw out of that one. Didn't get it. So that's pretty much title gone, although it was pretty much title gone already when we lost the other day to... who did we play against? Oh, Watford. There we go. Yeah, when we lost to Watford the other day, I knew it was title gone anyway. So yeah, it is what it is. But you can see I got Hazard from the actual market or the, catalogue there. So we got him on loan for 5 games. He will be used in divisions games because I don't want to use him on online single matches. I actually pulled a decent player in this one. I sent Etienne winger. Portuguese guy, used for squad builder challenges, hopefully, so he actually may sell for that. I don't actually know if he does, but I know this squad fitness does in fact sell for $9.50. A little bit of bronze pack method going. And as well, guys, if you're looking for like a setup as well for these types of videos, there never is a real sort of like me just talking over it because it's gameplay, and I like to sort of touch upon stuff that's happening in real world football and maybe stuff that I'm sort of thinking about EA. As you've known earlier when I talked about the whole regionals tournament and stuff, and then of course what happened in real life with Arsenal, but I never really have a setup, so hopefully you're still enjoying these videos anyway, because I know a lot of people enjoy watching Road to Glories and sort of talking about it, but in my opinion, like, it's really frustrating when you're not playing Foot Champions to not really talk about Foot Champions rewards and stuff, because I know we don't have that, and it really does lack the series a little bit, and it is what it is. If I ever get to the point, though, where I have this as, like, sort of a source of income, and I can sort of, like, live off it, I guess, I don't know if that's ever going to get to that point, which I'm still thankful for every little support you guys give me, then Foot Champions may become a thing, but at the moment, it's just not possible with the time that I have and the videos that I'm making 2 a day, every day. It's just simply not possible. But hopefully you enjoyed this video regardless. If you have, I'd appreciate if you could hit that like button. As always, guys, thank you all so much for your incredible support, and I will catch you all with another video very soon. Adios.